Hello my beautiful people, welcome to your year ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I just want to say at this start of a brand new year 2021, a massive, huge, heartfelt thank you from me, from my heart, literally to yours, just to say a huge thank you for everything that you guys have helped me build, everything that Reydiant Reality has become. Reydiant Reality has had an amazing, phenomenal year. And I really believe that is down to all of you guys who have made it possible. You know, coupled with my hard work and your love and support, there has literally been it's been like the sky has been the limit. And I know that sounds really cheesy and corny, but it really is true. And I just wanted to put this at the beginning of all videos just to let everybody know that I'm truly, truly grateful. And I feel so much love and gratitude from every single one of you for the love, the support, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, those of you amazing people who, you know, my inner sanctum, the members. It's been really, really an amazing year, and it's been an honor as well to be of service to everybody as best I possibly can. There is so much more to come. As I'm sure you can imagine, there's always something cooking in the cauldron with Rafi, and if you've been with me long enough, you know that that is the case. So I just wanted to say that a massive thank you so much for all of your love, all of your support, all of what you have helped create Reydiant Reality, or what you've helped to make Reydiant Reality into. I started this, you know, this channel, and you guys make it. That's really the kind of, you know, the way that I see it, and I truly, totally believe that that is true. So with all of that said, as always, I wish you an abundance of all that love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance for the new year ahead. Make 2021 your best year yet. Regardless of what happens, there are always ways to strive, there are always ways to thrive, and there are always ways to succeed. All you need to do is ask the universe, and they will be available to you. With that said, let's get into your 2021 tarot. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your 2021 overview for your tarot with me, Raphael. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your overview this year, we have actions that you should pursue, your money and materials, business and career. We have love and relations, and also your warning card, what you should stay away from. All right, for your actions that you should pursue this year, dedicate yourself to love. Dedicate yourself to finding somebody special in your life. For those of you that are actively looking, for those of you that are single and able to look, this is a time where you really want to dedicate yourself. No, it's not to say that, you know, having a partner is going to complete your life, but this is a year where you have the luck of the cards saying that this is a time for you to pursue love. This is a time for you to look for that relationship, to be open to meeting somebody new, to be open to welcoming somebody into your life. Now, remember as well, your Lover's card can also represent choice. This is about making decisions or choices based on what is best for you. And the fact that you have this as your actions to pursue, this is a time for you to make those decisions. This is a time to vet those people that you want in your life or that you don't want in your life. This is a time for you to be honest and open and raw about what it is and who it is that you want in your life. When you're talking about actions that you should pursue this year, you should definitely pursue a relationship. You should definitely pursue making the relationship that you already have better than it ever has been before. This is about dedicating yourself to love, whether this is welcoming it into your life or enhancing the love that you already have. For your money and materials, you've got the Chariot card, right? So this is great. Money looks good this year, and money's going to be fast. It's going to be changeable. Now, one thing that you need to be aware of with the Chariot card when it comes to money, as fast as it comes in, you could see it on the other hand going out. If that is the case, you just want to make sure that wherever that money is going, it's going to some good use. It's going to actually have, you know, it's doing something that's going to have a positive or a beneficial result for you. So the message here is as well, Don't get rigid when it comes to money. Like, it's going to be pouring in, so allow it to flow out. Keep yourself in the flow. When it comes to money, when it comes to finances this year, don't cut yourself off from the flow. And the easiest way to cut yourself off from the flow is to be stagnant with your money. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good to save and to put money away for a rainy day and stuff, for sure. But if you start hoarding it, or you start sort of getting edgy or tetchy about it, you'll cut yourself off from the flow. So just be aware of that this year. For your physical health and vitality, when it comes to your materials, this is a year for you to keep, right, the first thing is you want to look after your lungs, your respiratory system this year. Maybe, you know, start doing cardio. Maybe, you know, find fun and exciting and exotic ways to get your, to get your cardio up, right? The fact that it falls next to the Lover's card. So yeah, just those are the parts of yourself this year that you really want to look after. And also your stomach as well. Pay attention to that this year. When it comes to your home and environment, I'll be honest with you, it looks like there's a lot of change happening there. This could be you welcoming people in. It could be you spending more time away from home because you're on your travels, maybe gaining and gathering new contacts or information. Maybe even some sort of research is coming up there as well. But the home life is going to be changeable and busy this year. So, you know, make the most of it. For your career and business, you have the Hanged Man, right? So the money is good, but the career kind of suggests taking it easy. This is a year to be really, really sure about the moves that you make. It's a year for you to make sure that you are getting and receiving as much as you're giving. Remember, with the Hanged Man as well, this is a card of true spirituality. So it asks you to pay attention to those things. Like, this is a year, whether you're employed, whether you're, you know, and I'm going to break it down in a moment. This is a year to really ask yourself, am I living and fulfilling my purpose? Am I doing what I really feel like I'm here to do? Do I feel like I'm fulfilling those, you know, those bigger lifelong goals and dreams for myself? Does what I'm doing now truly speak to or nourish my spirit? So for those of you that are employed by a company, this could be where you're kind of saying to a boss, you know what, I actually feel like I'm putting in too much here, or maybe I feel, you know, maybe you feel like there's too much responsibility without enough reward. Maybe this is you kind of saying, you know, on another level, this could be where you come into that realization that actually you do more than everybody else, or you go above and beyond and you don't feel like you're getting your worth or your reward. On the other hand of this, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, this could be a year for you where you start to really take stock and say, okay, I've done really well, money is flowing and all the rest of it. So if that is the case, is this really what I want to be doing? Am I really strategically placed to really make the kind of impact that I want to make? This is going to see you really getting very honest with yourself at a deep level, at maybe even a spiritual level, to ask yourself, am I actually, you know, yes, I'm making money, but am I happy? Am I really, you know, am I really fulfilling what I believe is my true potential here? So interesting stuff. For your love and relations, you have the Empress card. Love looks good this year. There's pleasure, there's fun, there's enjoyment, there's sexy time, there's, you know, you enjoying the fruit of life and your labor with other people. This is absolutely phenomenal. It looks like there's going to be, I think it was for you and for Libras, it looks like there's going to be more than a few chances for you guys to get ahead when it comes to the love life, for you to connect with various different types of people. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for this. This is a year, one thing that I do want you to be aware of, because literally in your actual love sector you have the Empress, and the Empress is always about where you sow the seeds, where you start to build and create that, right? So this is going to be a year where you're laying the foundations for a solid relationship, a solid connection to come in. This is where you are meeting people, and there's going to be, you know, there is potential here. There really is potential for you to meet somebody truly amazing, and there is a potential for you to feel love and pleasure and joy, and maybe even ecstasy. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a really beautiful energy to have in this area, and it means that you're likely to be meeting somebody that truly gets you and clicks with you. Excuse me. For those of you that are partnered, married, long-term relationship, this is great, because it's like whatever you guys are working on together, it grows. Whatever it is that you guys are focused on together, it expands, it grows. It's gonna, you know, it's really gonna do its thing. The other thing with the Empress as well, it tends to be where new things pop up. Now, as you can see, she is literally holding a baby. So this is a definite year where you could conceive, where you could have a baby, where you could have children. That is something that you want to be aware of. If that's not the experience that you want, obviously this is a year to definitely be careful and just be aware. But yeah, absolutely love this. When it comes to love, this is going to be a great year for you guys. For your warning card, you have the Tower card, right? So it's an interesting one, because this kind of suggests that there are going to be big changes, maybe even some shocking moments for you this year. And so the thing that you're cautioned or urged against this year is making too sudden a movement, right? So anything that is wildly different or is a complete 180 to what you've been doing previously, if you try to do it all in one go too quickly, you're gonna, it's kind of like, you know, when you see those race car drivers, if you know, like, they turn really gradually, like, and really slowly, rather than, you know, if they were to just do that, like, that's it, the car's gone, it's fucked, like, you know, it's just bosh. This is a year where you don't, like, you can change direction, you can make those decisions to say, look, I want to go in a new direction, I want to do something different. There's nothing here to say that you can't, but if you try to do it too quickly or all at once, you are very likely to break what is already working very well for you. So if you don't want to mess up the cash flow, if you don't want to wreck the financial aspect of things or the material life, take your time with any adjustments that you're making, especially in the work, especially in the career. The other thing with the Tower card as well, this would be a year where you really want to watch it when it comes to anything electrical, you know, just on a really mundane level. You know, this is a year where anything electrical that needs to be done, even as small as, I'm going to say, like, as small as changing a plug, right up to, oh, you know what, let's replace a light fixture. Get somebody else to do it. This is not your year for it, all right? So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have an amazing time, and I will see you in just a moment for your 12-month forecast. Take care, and I'll see you in a second. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your 2021 12-month breakdown with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the year has in store for you. Remember, January, your first card out, kind of is almost like a little bit of a prelude to the whole year ahead, right? So for your January 2021, you have the Death card, right? So this is your card. This represents the sign of Scorpio, as you know by now if you've been following me for long enough, which is great, right? This is a powerful energy for you, because it suggests that you come into 2021 with a very powerful and a very strong sense of who you are, and ultimately what it is that you truly desire at that scorpionic level. Now, the thing is with the Death card as well, this is endings, change, transition, completions, you know, literally like those moments of death, but also those moments of clarity where you are truly letting something go. So in January, I kind of get this impression that, like, the words that I'm hearing in my head are all bets are off. So what is it that you are ready to release? What is it that you are ready to let go of? Like, that you are freeing yourself from the shackles of in 2021. Coupled with that, you've got the Lovers card, right? So this is about your and a lot of this really interesting thing is Scorpio tends to be a very decisive sign. And so you guys are always very clear about what you want, where you stand. You're very clear about letting other people know where they stand as well, which is one of the things that I like about Scorpios. My dad's a trip Scorpio, so How's that for you? Right, I won't even go into mum's chart. So yeah, you know, I've got a deep appreciation for Scorpionic energy. Now, the Lovers card, yes, it can be relationships, it can be love. So I'm going to talk about that here first, right? For those of you that are single, this means that your idea of what relationships are, how they work, how they move through your life. This is something that is not even coming up for review. This is about you throwing the rule book out. You know, what a relationship is, what it should look like, what the roles are between people. All of that shit is kind of like you're just saying, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore. I've done all of those kinds of relationships. I'm ready for something new. I'm choosing to have something new. I am choosing my desire. I'm choosing to let go of an old paradigm of what that actually looks like, what love looks like, what relationships look like, who I should be if I'm a man or if I'm a woman, or do you know what I mean? Like all of that stuff, you're chucking it out this year. So when it comes to relationships, when it comes to the whole of 2021, this is going to be a trend and a theme for you. This could be on a platonic level as well. It doesn't have to be about relationships. So talking to all of you there, for those of you that are specifically married or in partnerships, this is some aspect of your relationship. And I actually don't feel like it's the relationship itself that's dying. It's some aspect of it. So maybe the partner's job changes, maybe your priorities as a couple change, maybe you decide, actually, you know what, we said we didn't want to be parents, but now we've changed our minds. Something about the relationship is coming up to be changed or to be let go. I don't feel like it's the relationship itself. So that's actually a really nice energy to have. But relationships, connections, partnerships, collaborations, all of this stuff is going to feature very heavily for you. For your February 2021, you have the Star card, which is great. So this, I actually feel like, is you leading a group of some sort. And I say that because you've got the Lovers card there, which represents choice. And then here you've got the Star card, which actually represents Aquarius in the month of February, which is great. Remember, this year your Mercury retrogrades are going to take place in the air signs. So around February, June and October, these are going to be where the retrogrades happen, because they're happening in the air signs, and that's roughly, obviously there's an overlap, where you're going to find them. Now, this, funnily enough, this one is happening, the first Mercury retrograde of the year is going to take place in the sign of Aquarius. The fact that you have the Star card here feels for me like you are either building a group, maybe you have a hand in building or creating some sort of a platform, maybe you are building some sort of an online tribe, which is, you know, which could be amazing for you. It does suggest though that this is going to be the work, this is going to be the foundation, this is where you're conceiving or perceiving the idea and you're doing all of the background work for it. This could also be a time as well where if things are a little bit rocky in relationships, connections, collaborations, family, February could be a month where it starts to die down a little bit. Not a great deal, because obviously we've got the Mercury retrograde, so you'll be picking this apart, but it could be a time where it starts to settle a bit. And then for, wow, all right, so you've got the Ten of Pentacles. For a lot of you, this is about a home-based business of some sort. So this could be an idea that you have, that you, and it could come quite suddenly, or it could be one that you know, that you have with a partner, with a friend, with a family member, like, and this is you kind of saying, right, the home that I have is going to support whatever business idea I have or whatever business I'm trying to create. So it's kind of like the foundation or the stud work is already there. It's just about you building that whole sort of idea around it, so to speak. I really like this. Remember, your Ten of Pentacles is the physical dwelling, but it's also money. We're talking about good money here, for, you know, big money very often as well. The Ten of Pentacles with the Star card, this could be not only running a business from home, but bringing more money into the home through an online business of some kind. So, and like I said, you know, we've got a Mercury retrograde here in February, so you're just laying the foundations here in Feb. Maybe not necessarily the best time or moment to start, which is great, right? For March, you have the Universe. I'm really excited by this, because this kind of suggests that as you come into March, You're now really moving on with those plans, and for a lot of you this is a change in status. Remember, the World card always brings you to the final step of something. It takes you to the final frontier and pushes you over the edge to something new, right? What follows the World card or the Universe card? The Fool card, where you take that leap of faith onto the next platform. So this is really powerful stuff. I mean, I'd love this for you. And you've got this with the Queen of Cups. So this would be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. You, right? Something about you, something about your status is changing here. So for some of you, this could be, you know what? I want to have, I want to have kids. For some of you, this could be, this business that you're launching, or this business idea that you have, could really start to grow legs. And the World card with the Queen of Cups, this would usually be somebody that is either very well known, somebody that's a celebrity, somebody that is very prominent, like a very prominent or powerful figure in the world. The fact that they show up in your cards means that in some respect they're either gravitating towards you and your business. If you don't have a business and you're not starting one this year, and you're employed, this could be a boss or a higher up that comes to your assistance, or maybe just really takes a shine to you. If you are retired and you don't work, this could see you asking yourself how you can volunteer your time to the best of your ability. What can you put your time and your energy into that is going to nurture and nourish and feed your soul? On a personal level, this is about how you nurture and nourish yourself. How you do for yourself those things that make you feel like you're part of a community, or how you insert yourself into the whole. This is really nice, because in a way this is kind of like Scorpio coming out of that dark hole that you guys kind of go into sometimes. Don't worry, I have a moon in Cancer. I've got my little Cancer cave. As me and my wonderful friend Sammy we talk about. So yeah, for April you have the Emperor card. All right, so this is where you're knuckling down, right? There's lots of change, there's lots of big decisions, and there's lots of moving ahead with stuff, and big conversations and all the rest of it. But April's where you're putting foot to bum, right? This is where you're actually putting action steps out there into the world, where you're really moving ahead with things. This could be a time where you are either called upon to lead in some respect. You could be asked to either lead by example, or you could be asked to give or disseminate some of the information or the expertise that you have. The other thing with the Emperor card as well, this will see you being very resolute about a decision that you make, and maybe having to stand your ground with it, or to fight your case. Crazy. Just as I said that, look at that, we've got the seven of wands. Wow. So yeah, right, this could be a time, maybe not necessarily a legal battle, although it is possible with this combination, but it definitely sees April is going to be a month where you're really going to have to stand your ground with something, where maybe you are speaking up, and whatever it is that you are saying, it upsets the apple cart, or it's an unpopular opinion, or somebody kind of takes offense to it. That's not really your problem. All you can do is deal with the facts and be honest. Sometimes that's the thing with Scorpios. You kind of, sometimes you uncover things that maybe people wanted to stay hidden, or maybe sometimes with Scorpios, they tend to hit really close to the bone, like, oh, I've already said it before and I will say it again. You never ever, right? The fire signs and the earth signs, they're, like when they read you, they can read you. But I tell you, you never want a water sign or an air sign to read you, because they will read you to filth. The air signs will straight up deal with the facts and destroy you with them. The water signs will find the chink in your emotional armor, and with a Scorpio, they will ram that stinger home and you are done for, because they will find that chink in your armor that will be the weakest link that you have. And once they go for it, trust me, you're not getting out of that one untouched. So, April, I feel sorry for anybody that crosses you, because I think you're going to be speaking cold, hard facts and truth. I think you will probably be upset in the apple cart. You may be clashing with a boss, or a person in a position of authority. It may be that by being called upon for your expertise as well, like, so it's kind of like somebody says to you, you know, we want you to come and speak on this, and, you know, we really like your opinion on that. And then when you give it, everybody just sits there like open mouthed, like, okay, shit, you know, we asked for this. You know, so, for May you have the 2020. For May you have the Temperance card. So this is great, all right? Whatever challenges come up for you in April due to your opinion or your outlook, or even just your honesty, you know, you hold firm, right? Because in May, look at this, it comes on the other side of it. This could be where you're having a bit of a breather, but it could also see you really aligning yourself with the right people. So maybe some of the people that come in around January, February and March, you know, maybe they seem like a great fit at the time, but then later on you kind of figure, okay, maybe this doesn't mesh as well as I thought, so I'm having to backtrack a little bit. Whereas May, you're kind of balancing that out and you're recalibrating effectively. And then you've got that with the Moon card, right? So May could be a time where you could be feeling a little bit under the weather, all right? This is going to be a time where you know, physically, the vitality might not be there. You might be feeling a little bit confuzzled, you know, and it's not even a Mercury retrograde yet, or maybe it is, right? Well, yeah, because we're coming into the second Mercury retrograde of the year. But yeah, May could be a time where you are feeling a little bit confuzzled. If you are having any bouts of tiredness, etc. Now, I'm not a medical professional, I can't give you that kind of advice, but with the Moon card coupled with the Temperance card, it's very likely to be a hormonal imbalance. So this would be a time where you really want to get yourself looked at in that respect. Maybe have your endocrine system checked, any of the, you know, the usual stuff that if it's out of whack, it might cause a problem. So May would be a month to really watch out for that. It's also a time where you are really figuring out who fits and who doesn't. So especially when it comes to business, this online tribe, anyone that you're working with or collaborating with that is not the right fit, May will start to really highlight that to you. And this could be where you're kind of saying, okay, I need to rethink whether this person's going to continue with me or I with them. For June, you have the Hermit card. Okay, so this is all right. Interesting, because the Hermit card comes up here right next to the Moon card, which is Pisces ruled. So that kind of suggests there's a balance in here, and literally with the Temperance card. Now, this could be a month where you are hanging back, all right? So June's going to be a month where you're kind of maybe stepping back to observe. Maybe this is a moment where you're really reconsidering the work, the job. For those of you that have, you know, like an employment, you know, like sort of contract or something like that. The other thing with this as well, this could be prompting you to take some time out. You know, if you're in a position, maybe you want to take a sabbatical, or if you know, June could also be a time where you're seeking more information or knowledge. Remember, you know, obviously this is the second Mercury retrograde of the year, so it's just something for you to be aware of. And that's coupled with the Five of Pentacles. So June is not a month for big financial purchases. Anything that requires a lot of money or a big investment of finances, May and June is an absolute no-go. All right, so you should just be really, really cautious around this time. June could also see you pulling your finances out of something. So if you've got investments, you know, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, I can't give you that kind of advice either, but June looks like a time where you are really seriously considering either what to do with your money, what to do with your investments, what to do with your property, maybe for some of you. For some of you, this could be you literally taking a pilgrimage. Maybe you need some time to go to a space to lick your wounds, or to, you know, to really heal yourself at a deep level. The other way that this could play out as well, you could be seeking a mentor of some sort, a mentor, a teacher, somebody that is going to help you make sense of stuff. So around May and June actually as well, it looks like a lot of you could be looking at or considering therapy, and this would be a really good time for it as well, especially with this much kind of reflective, sort of inward looking energy, especially around the stuff with healing as well. So it's interesting because what shows up here physically in May expresses itself sort of inwardly or mentally or even emotionally here in June. So that's going to be quite an interesting pocket of energy for you there, you know, especially because it comes off the back of April, which is going to be a challenge month for you. Now, things that you need to know about this year. Last year, remember, I put out those Life Path 2021 videos. If you haven't seen them, please check them out. There's a lot of great information in there, and it will give you a new dimension to what you're expecting over the course of 2021. If you don't know your life path number, there is there's a video in that playlist that will show you how to calculate your life path number. Things that you need to know about 2021. It is a 5-year. This is the year of, you know, movement, travel, vibrancy, energy, sensuality, sexuality. It's a very powerful year because it's a very dynamic year. 2020 was very much about the limitations and standing still, whereas 2021 is going to be all about the movement. What is next? So for that reason, it's going to be a very technical year. It's going to be a very technologically moving year. Technology will move fast. Healthcare will move very fast. I mean, if you are investing, again, I can't give you this kind of advice, but if I were putting my money somewhere, it would probably be technology or healthcare for 2021. Those are going to be the industries that we see boom. Also, hedonism, right? If you are prone to a vice or two, 2021 could really see those things heightened or exacerbated. Anything that makes you feel good, in fact, anything that makes you feel, could become highly addictive or attractive over the course of this year. I've already said to pretty much all of the signs, I think 2021 we're going to see more than a few scandals about, you know, somebody's sex life, or, you know, what people get up to behind closed doors, or all of that kind of stuff. And we're going to see a lot of that break this year. What else did I want to mention for this year? And its energy. I think that's it. You know, that's just it in a nutshell. But yeah, 2021 is a 5-year. We're going to see a lot more movement, a lot more freedom to move as well. So that's great. Yes, I know, even in a pandemic. For July 2021, we have the Empress. All right, I see you. So you're coming out of your sort of shell, right? So July is going to be a great month for you because it's going to see you, excuse me, it's going to see you really starting to plant some of those bigger ideas now that you've got a stronger sense of maybe the you know, the things that you needed to let go, the baggage, the new decisions that you've made, you know, getting a sense of who the right partners were, what the wrong partners in business, love, you know, work, friendship, all the rest of it, what the wrong partners have taught you. July is a month where you are feeling much more vibrant, much more energetic. It could also be a month where you're really feeling yourself. This is a lot of pleasure, it's fun, it's enjoyment, it's movement. And it's coupled with, look at that, the Queen of Pentacles. So a Taurus woman could really feature for you around this time. Maybe even a Virgo woman as well, actually. Definitely possible. I say that because Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign lady, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, coupled with the Empress, very likely to be a Taurus. This could be somebody that really kind of helps you get a grip of yourself. Maybe you're having a lot more fun. There's a lot more practicality here as well. This could be a month where something that you have, you know, put money, time, or you know, resources into maybe starts to pay some kind of a dividend. It could see you really observing your environment as well. So if you're going to sell a home, or you're going to move, or anything like that, July is a great month for it. It also looks like you're looking at your money this month, and really, you know, this could be a month where you see the finances spike, which is great. For August, you have the Sun card. Love that, right? So this is light, heat, and energy, and it falls right next to that Empress. These two, so July and August, look like great months for travel for you. You could be doing that. This could be a time where you are also growing your money, your finances, your investments. For a lot of you, this could feature around, you know, pregnancy as well. So that kind of energy, the fertile energy, comes up here in July and August for you guys. And your Sun card is coupled with the Nine of Swords, right? So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that Nine of Swords has its usual connotation here. And because it comes up with the Sun card, what does the Sun card do? It enhances the blessings and it diminishes the challenges. I think August, you're going to be having such a good time that you might not be getting enough sleep or rest. You know, mogul by day, trollop by night. I'm only joking. Well, you never know. You know, but August could be a month where you're probably not getting a lot of rest because you're so busy. I mean, July and August look like great months, but I don't feel like August will be a restful month for you. You could be traveling a lot. You could be partying a lot. You could just be really enjoying the summer, and maybe even a little bit too much. Remember what I said about hedonism. So although that energy's there and you should absolutely take advantage of it, just remember, you know, we're human, we have our physical limits at the same time. For September, we have the Devil card. Speaking of vices and all the rest of it, the Devil card, right? So September seems to be a bit of a challenging month for the world. I don't know what's happening there. I've tried to narrow it down. I think I'm going to have to do some FLP for myself and take myself off to that part of the year next year and see what's going on. Because I saw September 2020 being a challenge last year. And funnily enough, you know, this is what we have. And then this year in September also, you know, 2021 seems to be a challenge as well. On a personal level, remember your Devil card is asking you to look at what your patterns and cycles of behavior are, where those get in your way, what is your self-sabo tendency. You know, paying attention to this at this moment in time is going to be vital. It comes up here with the Knight of Cups. Now, what I like about this is you could be connecting with or collaborating with somebody that is really fun, somebody that's really vibrant. Maybe they make you feel young, maybe they, you know, maybe they just excite you and they appeal to your more mischievous nature. September, however, could be the month where maybe that gets the better of you, or maybe somebody else who is a bit of a bad influence starts to become, you know, like too much of a good thing. Right, eventually turns into a bad thing. So it's one of those energies. Now, the other thing is as well, remember your Knight of Cups is an offer, which kind of suggests to me that September, somebody's going to present something to you. Now, if it's a get rich quick scheme, run in the opposite direction. You've got the Devil card. If it's something that is going to take either a big investment, the chances are you're going to be tied to this longer than you perceive. So let's say someone says, oh, you know, you can be in and out of this within 6 months. It's not going to be the case. So whatever is being sold to you in September, do a little bit, I mean, you're a Scorpio, so you will anyway, but do a little bit of digging, because the chances are it could be something that is either a bit more legally binding than you thought, or maybe has longer term implications or ramifications than kind of presently expected, right? And then also September, for a select few of you, could see you reconnecting with an ex or an ex-partner. This could be somebody that makes you feel absolutely amazing. You know, the sex is great, like the laughter is fun, and you know, we all the banter and everything, but you know that the connection between you is not good for you. Just something to hedonism, you know, all of that, patterns, cycles, everything. For October, you have the High Priestess. Something hidden is to be revealed, and I feel like this is going to be a grand global thing as well, but it comes up for you personally. And then it's the Three of Swords, right? So something that comes up this year, I think this is going to highlight to you where either somebody that you've worked with or a friend has not been in their integrity in the way that they've dealt with you. And so October is going to be the month where something becomes abundantly clear to you on a wider world stage as well. I think this is going to be where maybe a secret is revealed about a powerful person, or something about their lifestyle is brought into the fore. But on a personal level, like I said, this is for some of you. And it's interesting because now the Death card there in January starts to come into play. One way that this could play out, remember the High Priestess is sometimes the mother, sometimes it's the partner. For some of you, this could be that a relationship comes to an end. For some of you, this could be that, you know, a parent or a parent figure, maybe their health takes a turn for the worst, or maybe they are, you know, maybe, you know, yeah, maybe there's a loss of a parent here. I'm sorry to say that. I just have to call it how I see it. It is a potential, but it's only one potential. But like I said, there's some connection or relationship that's coming to an end because of information that comes your way around October. For November, you have the Judgment card. Okay, so November's going to be a month where you're really setting a boundary or stepping forward with something. This could be to do with a partnership or a collaboration, something that you have a financial stake in. So if you've bought a property with somebody, if you have rented a space with somebody, November could be you either trying to get out of that contract, especially off the back of October. It could also see some big decision being made on the wider world stage to do with the money or the finances. This seems to be coming up a lot. You know, it came up a lot in the 2021 Life Path videos, and the same message is kind of recurring here in November for, you know, the signs as well. So I'm really intrigued by this. On a personal level, this is really you paying attention and making a big decision of a financial nature in November. So, you know, what are big decisions that are financial, you know, especially for you personally? Is this about your work? If you don't work and you're retired, like I said, what does this speak to for you? For your December, much brighter energy, you have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so after what looks like some heavy months in the latter end of the year, you get luck, success, abundance. And this could be a moment actually where you kind of look back and say to yourself, actually, you know what? That's kind of cool. I'm glad that that's happened. It's actually a blessing in disguise. All right, so that's great. Couple that with the Seven of Pentacles. This is going to be a big return financially for some hard effort that you've already put in. And for a lot of you, this could be you finding... So remember I said in... where was it? I said in one of these months you could be figuring out what to do with your investments. December could see you finally coming into that. So maybe you're buying a space or renting a space away from whatever partnership or whatever you previously had, which is great. You know, this is you in some way, shape or form. December will see you emancipating yourself. It could also be a time where you are looking at where the home is or where the forever home is. Oh, okay. So your key to the year has flown out. That's 3 cards. So shuffle again. All right. So your key to the year is kind of like extra info that is, you know, kind of coming to the fore in some respect. And you've got the 3 of Pentacles. Work, right? And it literally says works. So work, studies, anything that you are building, anything that you're forging ahead with, knowledge and information that you're gaining, what you do with that knowledge and information, the job, the work, the studies, all of these things are coming up for you this year. And I think there's going to be some big advancements in that area for you guys. It's just going to require a lot of effort. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a hard year, but I don't think it's going to be an easy one either. Your power months are February, looks really good for you. March looks great for you. I actually kind of really like April, even though it's a bit of a challenge. You know, I like April. Big fan of July, August and December as well. Your really challenging months are probably going to be May and June. June especially looks quite hard. September and October look like quite challenging months as well. But on a whole, I think this is going to be about a lot of advancement for you guys. So I'm really excited to see how it plays out for you. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have an amazing year. Check in month by month or every 6 months. A lot of people do. Hit the comments section. Let me know how this works out for you. With that said, take care and I'll see you soon.